First time I've seen it, so we'll go with it. The double shootout, we are going to go down to Devin Heroux for the extra end. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Did you say drama, Chelsea Carey? It is, in fact, the first time we've gone to a double shootout here at the Grand Slam of Curling. Dramatic, no doubt, a win for Tirinzoni. We had two shootouts here tonight across the way. Team Dunstone winning in a draw to the button over Team McEwen. What an opening day here at Steinbach. A fantastic crowd on opening night. It's just getting started. It feels really different around here, of course, because it is an Olympic year. It is the Players' Championship. So let's take a look at the scores on day one. And then we're going to bring in Brad Jacobs on the post-game show. There they are. We started at 11:30 a.m. this morning. There are your winners, Waddle, Zhu, Kitazawa, and Hasselborg. Then this afternoon, Jacobs, we're going to get into that game as he laughs off screen with me here. Schwaller, a 10-5 victory over Adine. Team Gim, 12-7 over Einarson, and it was Peterson in a shootout. A lot of shootouts today. A wicked comeback, scoring 5 points in the final two ends. Crazy. And then here tonight, Dunstone, the shootout victory win. Team Mowat, a decisive 5-1 win over Schuster. Singles only scored in that game. Tirinzoni, the shootout win. And Holman opens with a victory over Team Rana. So those are the scores, and now we are into the extra end on the post-game show as they get their photos, they get the autographs, and we get into things with Canada's skipper getting ready to go to the Olympics. Brad Jacobs, who is chopping it up with his cousin Ryan Harding just now. Hey, EJ announcing he's going to retire. Happy New Year, Brad. It's great to see you. A lot happening. We saw the score from your game. Let's start right there. What happened?
Sure. What happened? Well, we just weren't our sharpest today. What can I say? You know, we coming off the Christmas break. I think we got to get rid of a little rust and whatnot. I flew straight from Miami to Winnipeg yesterday. We were down enjoying some family time. It was great, but I just didn't get off to a good start. We had a good opportunity to force in the first end. We missed that opportunity, and then we used up our blank in the second end, which was unfortunate.
You say begrudgingly. Do you like the rule, Brad?
No, I don't. No, not anymore. But hey, it's okay. Like, I get that we're trying new things, and I'm all for that. And yeah, that's the first time we got kind of caught with that one early. But also, you know, a game that we played against Brad Gushu in the last slam, same thing happened to them. It was the reverse, where they used theirs early, and we thought, well, we're probably gonna win this game and get them because of that. And sure enough, we did.
Okay, so you don't like the one blank.
Yeah.
What about the shootouts? I mean, we saw the double shootout just now. You said, okay, maybe.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that I'm not a fan of that one either. Like I said, I get that we're trying new things, and I'm all for that, but it just doesn't quite feel like real curling to me and to our team. I think with some of this stuff that we're trying, but we've tried it for quite a while now, and I think that a lot of the curlers feel unanimous about these things. I really do like playing the extra end out. You know, if you earn the right to have the hammer in that extra end, we do know that the odds are a lot more in your favor.
Sure.
Whereas this is a little bit more of a coin flip. Hey, it might be a little bit more exciting for the fans and whatnot, but so is a full extra end, you know, and all good. I like that we're trying new things, and we don't know what the answer is. None of us do, but we're never going to get to those answers if we don't have the courage to try
Good call.
things.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You said time away over the holidays with family. I think you were on a cruise.
We were, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Away, about as far away as you can get from icy cold curling rinks, Brad.
You bet. Although I had to pack for 2.5, 3 weeks.
That's right.
Right? So I packed a huge suitcase. Luckily, Shauna was able to take some of my stuff from the Caribbean home. But they did have an ice skating rink on the ship. So I thought about throwing my shoes on, maybe taking a couple slides. Although after a few drinks during the day, I don't think doing that in the evening would have been a very wise idea.
Right.
So I didn't do that, but it was great to be away with the family, in the Caribbean, nice and warm. Just, creating these memories with our kids and being able to bring them around the world and show them great experiences like that is important for my wife and I.
You and I were in the gym at the hotel earlier today talking about what we would talk about in real time on the post-game show. We had a fascinating part of the conversation about the decision to get away from the game. You're a month away from the Olympics exactly today, and some people might be pressing.
Sure.
Some people might be trying to squeeze in as much as they can. You stepped away.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people probably did. I would sure hope so.
Yeah.
Especially after, everything that we put ourselves through in a curling season. I think that it's the perfect time to actually step away is around that Christmas, New Year's, and just come into the new year sort of refreshed and having taken a break. When we were on the ship and we were away, it was around 3 or 4 days left to go where I started to wrap my head around curling again, start to think about this event and start to think about, the task at hand that we have here in February. Started to feel a little bit guilty. I'm not going to lie. You do want to get back out there and start training and practicing and all that stuff. But while I was away, I was able to get 6 workouts in, which was great. I think I told you that.
Yeah.
And that was probably the most consistent I've been with my workouts since the season started in September, just because all the teams have been on the go and competing so much, right?
Sure.
So that was good.
Nice. So you were still putting in the time.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I was getting squats in, doing lower body, doing everything, keeping mobile.
How is the
feeling
body?
strong.
It was a rough off season for you coming into this season.
Yeah. How is it? It's a little different.
Yeah.
It's a little different. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've got some scar tissue here, and I've still got a little thing here. Everything seemed to happen down there, but it was. It doesn't seem to be affecting the way that I train or the way that I throw the curling stone or anything like that, which is really good. But for a while there, just need to recover, and it took a little bit of time. That's really the first time I've had to recover from anything, and it happened to be multiple things. But that's okay. That's part of bouncing back and being resilient.
One of the beautiful things that you've been so open about is sort of at this point of your life and your career, Brad, is playing free on the ice and not really feeling the pressure maybe some of the younger teams might be feeling. 7 of the 10 teams that'll be at the Olympics are here this week, and I wonder if you can, if it is crazy,
It's great.
and great, but I wonder if you can sense a different energy from your opponents or sense things in people who might not be as battle tested as you and who have won the things you've won in your career.
Well, we have a very battle-tested and experienced and successful team.
For sure.
I'm the least successful on our team, by far. And I think that we've all kind of reached that point in our careers, and that was a big thing for me coming on this team. It was a big responsibility. There could be a lot of pressure, and you can easily apply that to yourself, taking over, skipping this group of guys. And I knew, though, deep down that wasn't going to be what was going to make myself successful, our team successful. I knew that I just had to play free and be myself and hopefully, say it openly and honestly amongst the guys as much as possible. And I think that's one of the things that's helped us be so successful is having that mindset. And even just thinking about, the playing in the Brier last year, especially when it got down to the playoffs, how we, jokingly talked about being loose as a goose and, we're not going to win this thing by trying any harder. Brett Gallant said, he's like, we're going to win this by staying loose. And we kept saying that stuff over and over again. And that's been something that we've, and Paul does funny things. He got us all shirts. Paul's amazing. They're probably watching this right now.
Paul Webster, Coach Paul. Yeah.
Paul's amazing. He does a lot of, they're almost cute things. They really are. They're a little bit cheesy and stuff, but
I saw the
they're
boots with the
meaningful.
maple leaf on it.
Oh, yeah.
The
Well,
Blundstones?
Yeah, he's the king of getting stuff
The
for us
hoodies?
for free.
For the record, these guys rolled into this arena last night wearing the sweet red Team Canada hoodies.
Yeah, those showed up too. There's a lot of stuff. Hey, when you become Team Canada,
You better flaunt it.
There's a lot of stuff. You get a lot of stuff, and Paul is certainly very good at that. But he does a lot of things, like puts sayings up and things up in the room, great reminders so we can see them all the time. And
does that make a difference?
It makes a difference. I think it's proven, it's almost scientifically proven that seeing these certain things that you need to see all the time and these reminders, how it becomes ingrained in you and you act a certain way. And certainly that stuff has worked for us, and a lot of that is because of Paul.
You and I were talking off camera about a great opening night crowd here, sort of in the heartland of curling on the prairies. When you walk out here and you see how much curling still means to the people of this country, does it get you going a little bit in a different way? Because for the first time ever at the last Slam, we didn't have a Canadian team in the semifinals. There will be questions, you know that. And yet, you're the one taking our country into the Olympics. Does a setting like this hammer home before you go to Italy, we're representing the entire country?
Yeah, it will. This is a beautiful little facility. It's actually not so little. I don't know what the capacity is.
3,500.
3,500.
Yep.
Okay, that's
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
Perfect for these events, these slams. And I'm told this is virtually brand new.
Yep.
And to be here in Steinbach, just an hour down the road from Winnipeg, but also a lot of really small and great communities all around. I got the opportunity to play with, Team Crothers in Manitoba, and playing in that provincial had such a different feel than any other provincial championship I've ever played in. What it meant to kind of play in, just not only try to win that event, but to all the teams playing in that event.
Yeah.
It was a very, very special thing. The tradition behind the Manitoba men's provincials was like nothing I've ever seen, and how proud they are of that.
Wow.
It's incredible. And, those are the same people that are watching here, the best teams in the world this week. So, we know that it's, a lot of eyes on Team Homan, Team Jacobs, because we are representing Canada in February at the Olympics. And, we're excited for that. I think even though we're not the hometown team, we're Canada's teams now. And,
you are.
We are looking forward to that responsibility and trying to do all the right things to make our country proud.
Do you believe in signs and fate and synchronicities, in the sense that the Slam hasn't been in Manitoba for 8 years? 2013 in Manitoba, just down the road from here, you win the Olympic trials, you go on to win Olympic gold. You're back in Manitoba before you go to the Olympics. Do you connect the dots at all, Brad, or am I doing that?
I think you're doing that. I think you're doing that. But
Okay,
I like
well,
how you
hey,
put that. You
right.
put that very
Okay,
eloquently.
good.
I like it, and I hope there is some sort of meaning to that, and we can have a good week this week. Even though we started off with a loss, there's been a lot of events where our team has had a tough loss
Trials.
right away or very early,
Yeah.
and it always seems to be exactly what we need. So we'll see what happens.
What is it? Where does that come from? We haven't really fully debriefed trials, but that opening loss and the way you own that and took accountability and then just went on a heater after that, huge for the growth of this team.
Yeah.
Not how you wanted to draw it up, I'm sure, but in hindsight, brilliant.
Yeah, Kui's always going to play us tough. It's kind of the one game where we know that they're going to play us tough, and we expect that. And I just wasn't my sharpest, that's for sure. I was heavy all game on all my shots, and really wasn't nervous at all. Just kind of the way it worked out. But, we have our preparation to fall back on, and that is hugely important for us. And I think since I came on this team and started skipping, I remember one of our very first meetings, we talked about, what does our identity want to be? And I remember Brett, once again, saying, he wanted to see us be more resilient. And that probably comes from all of the years with Brad Gushu. I mean, that team for the last, however many years, decade or more, has always been an extremely tough team to put away. Even if you're beating them by, quite a few points, they always seem to play tough and come back and win games. And it's great to be resilient. My Uncle Al's always said, the great teams in sport, they bounce back. So that's I think that's a huge part of our team's identity, is being resilient.
Yep.
Yeah.
Built to win, too. Incredible stuff. Okay, we're with Brad Jacobs on the extra end. We're going to take a timeout, and on the other side, we're going to look at those 7 Olympic teams here. We'll get Brad to break them all down as he looks forward to Italy here on the postgame show. We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap right after this. back inside the Southeast Event Center on the extra end as we get through the first day of the Players' Championship here in Steinbach. Look at this field heading to Cortina. 7 of the 10 teams that will be playing at the Olympics on the men's side. I'm joined by Brad Jacobs, of course, who will be representing our country, Canada, in exactly a month. The opening ceremonies at San Siro Stadium in Milan. Of course, the curling will take place in Cortina, in that old barn they built years ago. Brad Jacobs, take a look at the teams. You've got Team Zhu from China, Bruce from Great Britain, the first ever curling team from Great Britain to go to back-to-back Olympics. Team Returnaz, who will be doing a second home games. He was there in 2006. 20 years later, he's back. That's incredible. Adine for Sweden, been there, done that, defending Olympic champion. Yannick Schwaller from Switzerland, not an easy out at all. And Danny Casper representing the Great Hope for the United States. Brad, any thoughts that jump out as you look at that list?
As I look at, okay, well, I'm looking at our team at the top. So
you like
Canada,
that?
I like that one. That team is maximum testosterone, blood flow, smelling salts.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
Were they out earlier today?
They were, yeah, but
Okay.
not enough. But
Not enough.
You can bet your ass we are going to be smelling salts like crazy in the morning and all Olympics. Yeah, that's something that's working for us. Zhu, I mean, just ask Benny. That's not a real team. They can't keep up with us. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't you remember the Worlds last year?
I do.
Actually, it's funny because we played them at the PanCons a couple times, and boy, were they strong. They were way stronger.
I mean, they have evolved.
They've evolved like
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
It's really quite impressive to see how far they've come since the Worlds and now. So
Right.
we know that they're going to play us tough, and great touch on that team. They can make a lot of shots.
And then I think Great Britain was next on the list.
Yeah. I think
Team
they're kind of like us. They're
Maximum testosterone.
maximum testosterone and blood flow on that team as well. Those guys are good. They're obviously the #1 team in the world, but just so consistent when I think of them, and is a team that we try to be as consistent as, which is not an easy task for anybody out here. They're the clear favorite, I believe, going into the Olympics. And then you got like Yannick. SVB, I call him, Benoit Schwartz Van Berkel.
Yep.
It's just too much for me, so I just call him SVB.
Good. I might take that.
He can make any shot, though, and those guys, super strong scrubbers. And when Benoit is firing on all cylinders, they do what they did last slam, and they win. So that's going to be tough. And who else we got? Casper.
Yeah.
And Returnaz.
Returnaz.
Yeah, the big Italians. I mean, their weakness is their coaching. Let's be honest, Ryan. So, but home country Olympics.
Yeah.
They're gonna have the crowd. They're gonna be fired up, especially to play. I think teams like ourselves and Bruce and really everyone. But I think playing us will be a little extra special.
Does Rachel want to join us on the post-game show? She's right behind us.
She can if she wants.
We're doing great, she says.
And then who's the last one? Casper? The friendly
Casper.
ghost. Yeah. Probably the team that we've hardly played, but looking very strong. I watched a little bit of that U.S. Nationals and the qualifying event.
Yep.
They were the best team in that qualifying
For
event,
sure.
hands down, by far. It was actually quite impressive. Danny was a machine, so we won't be taking those guys lightly, that's for sure.
Compare this field to the 2014 field.
Yeah, just a little stronger, I would say. But yeah, actually, we played Sven in that Olympics. I remember he beat us in the first or second game. Sven, who plays now for Yannick. I remember at the time he threw all interns. Only interns, and made them all and beat us. That was one of our
Was
losses.
that part of the scouting report? What happened there?
We didn't have a scouting report back then. You know what we had? We had Red Bull.
That's right.
We had
So
Red
you've
Bull.
evolved from Red Bull to smelling salts.
Yeah. We're hoping that's a little bit more health conscious and safe. But a little tougher this go around. The sport has evolved so much.
Incredible.
Scrubbing, and I think of our guys and Ben and Brett. Such a big part of the game, and which is, I think why we're also one of the top teams in the world.
Couple last things as we wind down. This is fantastic, Brad. I interviewed your cousin earlier today, EJ Harnden, who is retiring. Were you surprised by that, and maybe some thoughts about EJ and what it was like to go on that tear in 2013, 2014 Olympic gold?
Yeah, sure. Well, he's my cousin, and I love him, number one, right? And was I surprised by it? No. No, I mean, I know EJ well enough, and I've had enough one-on-one conversations with him to know that I could tell deep down, because he told me that this was probably it. And he told me that a couple months ago. Obviously asked me not to say anything, and we were on the cruise, and I pulled up. I had Wi-Fi, and I saw that he made the announcement. I messaged him the next day, and it wasn't a surprise to me. He's got a lot of stuff going on, and he's had one heck of a career. He puts everything into this, and you look at the amount of sweeping that these guys put in, like himself, and what that kind of does to the body and the effort and the energy it takes. You only have so much of that in you. And but yeah, he's always just been my cousin, a great guy, great teammate, great friend, and the curling world is certainly going to miss him. And when I think of him retiring, I can't help but think to myself, I'm actually not that far away either.
Well, I wondered what happens for
Probably.
you when people that you've played and won with and started with and all of that.
Yeah.
What type of reflections might happen to go when you look around and you go,
Yeah.
people are leaving and I'm still here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something to be proud of to still be here.
Yep.
But at the same time, you were very much on the extreme back half of our career here. It's the sport has become so demanding on the athlete.
Yep.
In so many different ways, and a lot of us have, like EJ, families back home and
Sure.
kids, and reaching certain points in our family lives where it's important for us to be around a little bit more. At the same time, though, our families want to see us chasing, their dreams and our dreams and being a part of that.
And your
dream.
kids,
And our
I mean,
kids,
they're
absolutely.
inspired by that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And so, it becomes a very difficult decision to make, I think. I know we're going to miss EJ. He's 2 years older than me, so I'm thinking I got at least 2 left. I'm hoping I got at least
You're
another
going
quad.
another Olympic cycle. Come on.
Well, hey,
we're not
you know what?
starting rumors on this post-game show.
God willing.
You're wearing the Rock League hat right here.
You bet. Yeah, I am, and proud to be wearing this hat too. I must say.
EJ did say he's in for Rock League.
Yeah, he is.
Which is an interesting thing that I think Rock League is actually going to prolong careers. I do believe that.
Sure. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, it'll be great for some of the guys and gals that have an opportunity to maybe just play in that and keep a lighter schedule
Yep.
and stay in the sport and still be good and maybe make some money at it too.
All right. Last word to you for fans watching. They want Canada to win truly, madly, deeply.
Sure.
What do you say to the fans?
Fingers crossed. We really hope we can do it.
Stop.
No, but I get it. It's nothing's really changed, I think, in that sense since before 2014 when I played. It's been going on for many years. When it comes to hockey and curling, especially, figure skating as well, and maybe speed skating, some of the athletes and skiing, but in particular, hockey and curling seem to be those two sports where fans really want to see the athletes succeed and win. And we've been very dominant over the years, although that's not the case nearly as much anymore. And we talk about that all the time. All the other countries have gotten so much stronger.
Yep.
Reaching the top of the podium and winning gold for Holman's team and our team, that's the pinnacle. That's the dream. I said it at the trials. Making the Olympics for us wasn't the dream. It's the top of the podium is the dream. So all I can really promise the fans out there on behalf of our team is you can bet that we're going to give it everything we've got. And assuming we get some breaks and it all aligns and comes together, I believe we can do it.
2014, it was a Canadian Golden Sweep.
Yeah.
NHLers were there. The women's hockey team won.
Yeah.
You won. JJ won.
Yeah.
And you're all back. I mean, Rachel's there, but the NHLers are back. Sid the
Yeah.
Kid's going back. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be a time.
Yeah, it's going to be a time. It's too bad we're not closer to the hockey athletes
Yeah.
like we were last time.
That's
we
right.
were right across the adjacent building, hung out with
I mean,
them all
you
the
got.
time.
I mean,
We've
you
got
were
some
taking
great,
pics with.
We've got some great stories. That's for another time. And so does Ben and Mark from their time in Vancouver.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's another special time. It's just going to be memories that are going to last for a lifetime. Not
Yep.
very many people get to do once in a lifetime things over and over again, and we're blessed to be able to do that.
Twice in a lifetime. Go win gold, Brad. Outstanding stuff. Appreciate you. Brad Jacobs, skip for Team Canada, going to the games in 1 month. Rachel Homan, just off camera. She's getting ready to go too. They will give it their all. Yeah, come on in as we say good night to the rest of the country from right here. Your Canadian skips, Rachel Homan, Brad Jacobs. That's going to do it for now. We'll have day 2 coverage from Steinbach tomorrow. We'll say good night for now. Curling, thanks.